Christine from CC Designs, and I'm back with another video today. This one features Coffee Birgitta from the Swiss Pixie line. I started my card off with a 5 by 5.5 base. This is just some cardstock that I have had for years, and the pattern paper is from Basic Gray, and it was from a couple years ago too. I had that one laying around too. Both of the pattern papers are both from that Basic Gray collection. I took this green one and I distressed it up with the Heidi Swap Distresser, which is no longer available. But Tim Holtz does have a paper distresser that we carry. I inked up the edges of the paper with Gathered Twig. It's another Tim Holtz product. I seem to do that on a lot of my cards. Add a little bit distressed ink, just give a little look. And then I took the green paper and I attached it to the peach cardstock using the Mono Multi Liquid Glue. For a lot of this card, I just eyeballed it. I really didn't do dimensions, use a ruler or anything like that. I just came in, cut it. Oh, that looked good. Okay, that's good. With this card, I didn't really have a layout in mind. I just kind of cut here and there and decided, well, let's add this and let's add that. So it was a lot of trial and error on this one. Then added a little bit of ribbon to it. This is AmyR textured two-tone fuchsia and pink ribbon, and this brand ties really well. It was really easy to make the bow for this. My scissors are the Kai scissors, and they are as dull as can be, so my ribbon ends don't look that great on this one. And just to not have to glue it down or anything, I just use a piece of Scotch tape and I tape them down and cut off the little excess on them. Another benefit of using the Scotch tape is you can put the glue right over the tape, and then it helps to hold it down a little bit better. And again, I use the Mono Multi Liquid Glue when I go to adhere this to the card base. So now I'm going to start assembling the card. So I lay it out to try to get an idea. Okay, do I like this? Do I want it this way? I decided to turn it sideways, and then I grab my image of Coffee Birgitta, and I actually colored this a couple years ago. I used Copic markers to color her. That is my color medium of choice. The tag is Grunge tag dye, and I created it to have a grungy kind of distressed look to it. And then I also distressed it with the Tim Holtz Gathered Twigs ink. I really need to start using other colors in that line than just that Gathered Twigs. That seems to be the one that I always turn to. It's a nice brown, but it's not too dark and it's not too light. The little circle reinforcement tag comes with the Grunge tag die, and I'm gluing it on with a little bit of quickie glue pen. It has a nice tip on it, so you can get into those little places like that, and then you don't have to worry about getting a lot of glue on it. I used a sentiment from AmyR Sweet Summer Sentiments. This one's called Sending Happy Thoughts, and I thought it was cute since she's having a little coffee, and it's kind of a springy kind of paper. So you're sending happy thoughts to the recipient. And I stamped that with the Tim Holtz Gathered Twig just so everything coordinated. And then I just eyeballed it and cut it out with my paper cutter. And then I started adding it to the mix, trying to decide how I wanted it. Now on the card you will see Leafy Branch from our Leafy Branch die, and in the finished product it is not included. After I started assembling the card, I decided that I didn't like them and they didn't quite add what I wanted to the card. Okay, and then I used this is Basic Gray pearls. These are no longer produced by Basic Gray. A really good substitute is the Melissa Francis tan and light brown pearls. They're almost the same color as these ones and the same sizes. So I took my Phlox flower die and cut out the flowers, and I used a stylus to kind of flip up the edges to give them a three-dimensional look. And then I used the Gathered Twig to give them a little bit of distressed look to them, and they're waiting to be put on the card. And then I start assembling my card, And I start gluing everything down with the mono multi-liquid glue, and I pop dotted Coffee Birgitta, and I have a love-hate relationship with pop dots because I like how it looks, but to get the little pieces of that protects the adhesive off is just a bear, and I hate that. So I wish I came up with some that was a lot easier to use. So I placed it on top of the card, and actually when I'm done with the card, I wish I had put her down just a little bit lower. I think she's too tall on the card. So there will be another video after this one using the same products, but it uses a different Swiss Pixie character, and I assemble it just a little different. So give you an idea, using the same kind of products, but in a different layout. To finish the card up, I added a couple of the pearls at the top of the card just to follow through with the pearls on the flowers. And that's it. Thank you for viewing, and I hope to see you again soon.